All right, so we are at the Champeaux Road fishing area. In fact, let's just start it at the beginning. This is located in Sturbridge, aka Fiskdale, Massachusetts. Sturbridge has two areas. There's like Sturbridge proper, and then there's a section of it that's called Fiskdale. And this area is located at on Champeaux Road off of Brookfield Road in Sturbridge. And I'll show you the sign. This is the Champeaux Road fishing area, East Brimfield Lake. It's a U.S. Army Corps of Engineers location, which is like a water management. They do a lot of stuff. They just finished this bridge. They made this bridge. They repaired it. It was not doing so well for a few years. So just last year, they finished rebuilding it. A lot of the local kids will come here when it's warmer out, and they'll jump off the bridge into the water. A lot of people go fishing here. Yeah. But here's this. I guess I will lower it just a little so you can see down there. Now, I think some of this is like 5G or something, because I noticed that ever since they finished this bridge and these things were put up, my phone has great signal now. But yeah, so here is the other side of the bridge. Some people go fishing over there. There is a house. You can't really see that house in the summer when all the leaves are up. There's a little island out there. On this side, in the summer, there's some snakes, like right up in here. One of my favorite spots. In fact, in some of my videos from last year, you might have seen me at this location right over here. It's one of my favorite places. I put up 2 eye hooks so that I can string a hammock up. It's one of my favorite places to go swimming, because I can literally just pull up right there, get out, come over here, and go swimming. And it's really peaceful. But as you can see, I've got an eye hook right here and an eye hook right here that I can hang my hammock up on. And I have an extra eye hook right here that I can hang my keys, my hat, a bag, things like that. There's this nice little sandy spot. Now, I don't have any polarized lenses on this camera, so I don't know if you can see into the water, but you know, it's pebbly. It's not big rocks, boulder. There's not a lot of muck. It's actually very pleasant. I still wear some type of footwear though when I go swimming in here, because people go fishing and you don't want to step on a fish hook or a lure or anything like that. Yeah, see right here. See? There's always fish hooks places. That's a nice red one. I'm gonna go put this somewhere where someone can't step on it. And this goes all the way, you can follow this all around. There's nothing but woods up there. There's actually an old foundation of an old house a little ways up. Throw the fish hook in there. That's swampy, nobody goes in there. Snapping turtles, snakes, spiders and stuff. But yeah, there's a trail that kind of, it's not a real trail, it's just a trail that people have made just by exploring back there. But it goes all the way down. Now, this is East Brimfield Lake. And it goes about a half a mile to a mile in that direction. It goes about a mile in that direction. Then there's another bridge that you can go under, and then it goes on for another like mile or so. It's a narrow lake. For the most part, this is about as wide as it gets on this side. Maybe 3 times as wide on the other side of the other bridge. But it's a narrow one. There's also a dam on the other half of the lake that we'll check out sometime. But yeah, you know, nice little area. I was thinking about maybe setting up a horseshoe game location right here. Put a couple stakes in the ground so that way when me and my buddies come here, we could play some horseshoes. But yeah, it's a nice, pleasant little spot right there. I've done a few videos there, I think. Maybe not on this channel. And now we'll go to the Champeaux Road fishing area proper, the main area. Now, it says restricted, open daylight hours only, and there is this yellow gate. I have never seen that gate closed. I have gone in here like 2 in the morning, like late night swimming. I've never seen anyone close that gate. However, before you get any crazy ideas, I have seen rangers come in here after hours. So it's not like, oh, there's this cool little spot that I can go to in Sturbridge and, you know, I can have parties and drink, and you can, but it is monitored. Rangers they don't come by often at night, but they will come by from time to time, and local police too. Plus, I don't know if you can see it yet, but right across the way is a house, and there's some local kids that sometimes will have a fire. As you can see, there's some ash here, and they call the cops all the time. Now, in one of my videos in the technology playlist, I was testing the Boya Magic wireless mic system, and I had the camera on a picnic table over there, and I was walking to and from this stump to test the range of the mic. So I might as well take you on that trip now, so that way if you do see that video, you can see just how far I was range-wise with the wireless mic. Right now I have the Boya Magic on with noise cancellation and a dead cat on the wireless mic. But here's the stump that I walked to in that video. And the camera was on. See, it's a pretty good distance. The camera was on this picnic table right here. So that's the range that I was testing in that video for this mic system. Here we go again. Some locals were just having a fire still. There's a couple of these things. It's a fishing pier, I guess you would call it. You can stick your fishing poles in there and go fishing. There's the underside of the bridge right there. It's very low. However, I do see people taking their kayaks under there. They just kind of like slouch down really low and go under it. Here is the board that tells you all the Army Corps of Engineers rules and regulations. Not necessarily for this particular place. It's for all of them. Some areas have more services like camping or whatever than others, but these are the overall general rules for Army Corps of Engineers in regards to swimming, hunting, fires, camping, picnicking, and things like that. And then I'm not really sure why they show these. There's the northern pike, a tiger pike of some sort. There's these fish, but I've never seen these fish in here. You would think they would have, they do stock this lake with some fish, and you would think they would have a list of the fish they stock, but they don't. But it's a little warning thing, you know, about wearing life jackets, how to see signs. Oh, look, there's a spider right there. The big boy. How to see the signs of frostbite and hypothermia. It gives a little information about the lake, 420 acres, at 8 feet average depth, 22 feet maximum. The primary game fish is bass and panfish. We can go to the website and check it out. And a little notice on dogs. And then we have over here a larger fishing pier. Oh, and by the way, the whole area is wheelchair accessible. I don't know if you saw on the sign at the beginning, but it is handicapped accessible. So if you like to go fishing and you are differently abled in a wheelchair, you can come here and you can have some fun. This is that. Now, there is trails here. Now, this doesn't go all that far. This is actually a peninsula. We're going to follow it along this way, up and around, and then come back out over by the stump that I took you at before. But yeah, it's a very beautiful spot. People sometimes fish here. Now, the area I showed you where I go swimming, that area is nice, sandy and pebbly. All this other areas, though, there's muck, leaves, branches. It's not an ideal swimming area, but it's ideal for fishing, that's for sure. Another inlet for fishing. Another one. We're going to take the main path, but there are some side paths that go along the edge that people take that want to go fishing. And we're going to go up here. Yeah, this is nice. Now I have noise cancellation on, I believe, so you can't hear them, but I can hear chickadees and cardinals. All the spring songbirds are coming out. Nice little fallen log. But yeah, this is a cool spot right here. Now the people that live in that house right there, they're very nosy and they love to call the cops on everything. But I don't blame them, because I don't know if you could tell from here, but that's a big house and it's lakeside, you know, so they don't want a bunch of local hoodlums coming down here destroying it and causing a mess. But overall, for just common sense, without having a fire, you know, and without partying, like a couple buddies can come down here and drink and no one will care. But if you're having a big party or a campfire, you will get in trouble. But here we are. This is the lower part of the peninsula. As you can see, it gets a little mucky over here too. And there's the little island. Now, in theory, you can walk to it. There's a little under the water isthmus that's only at most this deep. So you can walk from the shoreline here and you can walk out to that island. But there's really nothing out there to look at. All those cars and trucks in the distance there, that's the Mass Pike, the Massachusetts Turnpike. It's like the major highway in Massachusetts. Like, this part reminds me of like a summer camp. Here we go. Oh man, looks like some jackasses decided to try to set fire to this. And then you wonder why people like them call the cops. I mean, look at this. Who sets a fire right here, man? Come on. Little brambles. There's probably blueberries and raspberries and blackberries that grow here in the summer. I've never really looked before. And then this is the tip of the peninsula. Sometimes I've seen a turtle sitting on that rock right there. But yeah, this is that. So this follows along around. Now there is a trail on the other side there that goes from the road, goes all the way around to just to the left of that tall marsh grass area, where there's another parking area and like a glade. So there's a trail that cuts through, and that's maintained by the Sturbridge conservation thing or something. And I think Boy Scouts too. I think I saw some Boy Scouts putting up signs and gates over there, did a little trail maintenance. But yeah, so now we'll go back up. It's a little bit chillier today than I was thinking I was going to be. I'm wearing shorts, but I'm not going to lie, my hands are a little numb. It's not cold by any stretch of the means. Winter's over, but it's not quite warm spring yet. What is that, a fish in there? Yeah, there's a, I don't know if you can see it, there's a dead fish right under there. I wouldn't eat any fish from this side. In fact, I wouldn't eat any fish in this at all because you got the highway, you got, I don't know, it's just, I just wouldn't. We won't go back up the hill. We'll follow along the edge here to another side that people fish at. And if I really want to go swimming, to bathe or something, but my favorite spot, there's people there. I don't like to bother people, and I don't like people around me when I'm swimming and having fun. I don't like kids running around and dogs and stuff. So my backup, if I just want to do a quick dip to cool off in the summer, I go over here. I'll show you, but it's not as deep. It's more like it just comes up to the just below the hips. So you kind of got to squat and splash water on you to cool down. Yeah, you got the cool air sniffles going on. Another fishing area. Now you can see this is a nice little beautiful spot right here in Sturbridge, Massachusetts. There's a little memorial up here I'm going to show you too for some biker that passed away. Yeah, so this is the other area. People will launch their canoes, their kayaks here. They'll even go fishing. But if you look at the ground right here, this is exactly what's under the water in there. But it does get mucky to a certain point. So if it's busy over there, and I just want to quickly, it's hot summer, it's like 90 degrees out, and I just want to cool down, I'll come over here and I'll squat down in there and just kind of splash water on me. But the swimming area is on the other side. It's not even a swimming area. I use it as a swimming area. And then this is a memorial for Shane Thiebaud, who died, let's see, was born December 22nd, 1971, and passed away December 3rd, 2016. He was a local biker. I don't know if he was connected to any MCs or anything. I'm assuming he was, since a memorial like that where he's in his leather and sunglasses and all that, I'm assuming biking was more than just a hobby for him. I'm assuming it was probably a lifestyle also. And then, yeah, this trail goes down to the road. We don't need to see that, but there you have it. That's the Champeaux Road fishing area located on Champeaux Road in Sturbridge / Fiskdale, Massachusetts. If you're ever in the area, perhaps you'll see me on the other side there where I showed you at the beginning of the video. Set up on my hammock, maybe making some food on my camping stove. Yeah. So beautiful out. I have noise cancellation on, so you can't hear the wind really or the birds, but it's really, really peaceful. Well, there you have it. I'm some guy, and I'll see you on the next one.